Welcome back to this UTME prep lesson, scholars. In a previous video, we learned the basic skills which we are required to have in answering comprehension passages in JAMB. We'll take our first comprehension passage from the UTME year 2010. Listen attentively as I read out the passage. One of the interesting things to me about spaceships is that it is a mechanical vehicle, just as an automobile. If you own a car, you realize that you must put oil and gas into it. You must put water in the radiator and take care of the car as a whole. You begin to develop quite a little thermodynamic sense. You know that you're either going to have to keep the machine in good order or it is going to be in trouble and fail to function. We have not been seeing our spaceship Earth as an integrally designed machine which to be persistently successful, but be comprehended and serviced in total. Now, there is one outstanding important fact regarding spaceship Earth, and this is that no instruction book came with it. I think it is very significant that there is no instruction book for successfully operating our ship. In view of the infinite attention to all other details displayed by our ship, it must be taken as deliberate and purposeful that an instruction book was omitted. Lack of instruction has forced us to find out that there are two kinds of mangoes: unripe mangoes that will kill us and ripe mangoes which will nourish us. And we had to find out ways of telling which mangoes were before we ate it, or otherwise we would die. So we were forced, because of this, to devise scientific experimental procedures and to interpret effectively the significance of the experimental findings. Thus, because the instruction manual was missing, we are learning how we can safely survive on the planet. Quite clearly, all living beings are utterly helpless at the moment of birth. The human child stays helpless longer than the young of any species. Apparently, it is part of invention that man is meant to be utterly helpless through certain anthropological phases. When he begins to be able to get on a little better, he is meant to discover some of the physical principles inherent in the universe as well as the many resources around him which will further multiply his knowledge. Designed into the spaceship Earth's total wealth was a big safety factor. This allowed man to be very ignorant for a long time until he had amassed enough experiences from which to extract progressively the system of generalized principles governing the increase of energy. The design omission of the instruction book forced the man to discover retrospectively just what his most important capabilities are. He learned to generalize fundamental principles of the universe. We've gone through the passage. Now, we'll provide the correct answers to the questions along with explanations and references to the passage. Question 1. Which use of English paper type is given to you? A. Type A. When writing JAMB exams, similar questions are put in different sections. Sometimes they come in colors or alphabets, like the type we have. For this exam, we're answering from type A. Question 2. According to the writer, the exciting thing about spaceship Earth is that A. It has no instruction manual. The passage clearly states that one of the interesting things about spaceship Earth is that it has no instruction manual. This lack of an instruction book is highlighted as significant in the text. This is established in the 5th paragraph of the passage. Question 3. The absence of an instruction manual in Spaceship Earth has C. Challenged man's inquisitiveness. The passage explains that the absence of an instruction manual has challenged human curiosity and led to the development of scientific experimental procedures to understand how to operate Spaceship Earth. It has not made man helpless, but has spurred inquiry and discovery. This is established also in the 5th paragraph of the passage. Question 4. From the passage, it can be deduced that man A. He learns by experiment and education. The passage suggests that man learns through experimentation, which is learning which mangoes are safe to eat, and education, generalizing fundamental principles of the universe, to survive and understand Spaceship Earth. This can be traced to the last 3 lines of paragraph 6. Question 5. The writer's mood in the passage is that of C. Optimism. The writer of the passage discusses how the absence of an instruction manual for Spaceship Earth has led to human curiosity, experimentation, and the discovery of principles governing the planet's operation. This tone is optimistic because it highlights humanity's ability to adapt, learn, and thrive despite the lack of a manual, emphasizing the positive aspects of human ingenuity. The last paragraph established this fact. We have answered all the questions in UTME 2010. We will answer more questions from another year in the next video. See you there!